S orbital. Okay, once you have done that, you are going to pull out the plastic flat piece. Now, a node is a place where the electrons are not allowed to be. So the orbital is where the electrons are allowed to be. And so that sphere represents where your electron should be allowed to be, okay, for an s orbital, okay? It has no nodes. Basically, this entire area, the electron can be there. The p orbital has one node. So you're going to take your little plastic thing and you're going to cut it right down the middle. All right, I want you to swap your half of the orbital with somebody else. You have two different colors. Don't worry, I will give you half of mine. So a p orbital is as if we took an s orbital and divided it in half, but they meet in the middle. So we're going to turn these two half circles into teardrop shapes. We've got one teardrop shape. And I've got another teardrop shape. Okay, so now this is no longer an s orbital. I'm going to change my board. And I've now made a p orbital. And this has one node. And that node is where I can take this divider, put it right down the middle, and I'm not chopping into my Play-Doh at all because I'm coming right in between those two pieces. Sometimes we will draw a node as a dotted line. So you might see something like that. So your orbital would come to a point where that dotted line is. Then we're going to take this guy again, and we are going to cut your orbital in half, this time horizontally. And now we created another node. All right, so from your notes, do you remember what the next orbital is called? D orbital. And there is a reason in chemistry why it is lowercase. We're not going to get into that reason, but do write it as lowercase. All right, so how many nodes do I have here now?
4 or 2.
It's 2. So the node goes through the middle all the way. So this is 2 nodes. All right, what we try to do is have the color change when we cross the node. So going from left to right, the colors are changing, but top to bottom they aren't. So I'm going to swap these two. And so when we use colors for d orbital, maybe I'll just set them down. This is how we draw d orbital. The color changes when we go across the node. So that is an indication that I can't have it bleed over, because if the two colors were meeting, then I could have electrons that might be both in the orange and in the yellow. And I don't want to have that. They can either be in the orange or in the yellow. Okay, so from all of this, the big point is that S has 0 nodes, P has 1 node, D has 2 nodes. The next kind of orbital is called an F orbital. How many nodes do you think it has? It has 3 orbitals. Exactly.